Team, let me see your uniform. Let me see your uniform. Okay, put your uniform up high. Frantz Fanon said in The Wretched of the Earth, every generation at a relative obscurity must discover its mission. Fulfill it or betray it. Sherry Hunkler came up here and talked about we are the ones at the bottom. He called it the wretched of the earth. And what our mission is for our generation is to come for them motherfuckers at the top. All power to the people. We say all power to the people. We say all power to the people. We say boots on the ground. Say boots on the ground. All power to the people. Here's our chairman, Shaka Zulu, came all the way, and all these Panthers out here from New Jersey, Indiana, Rhode Island, California. We came out here because we stand in solidarity with our Brown Beret comrades out here. We stand in solidarity with the Second Rainbow Coalition. So I want y'all to pay attention to what our chairman had to say, because we're going to continue this revolution because we are revolutionaries.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
I want to first thank my minister for that wonderful and electrifying opening. Secondly, I want to thank the Brown Beret. This is a wonderful event. It's a revolutionary event. It's an inspiring event. One of the reasons why we saw the need to travel out here was because Cook County Jail is no different from Trenton State Prison. Cook County Jail is no different from San Quentin. Cook County Jail is no different from Folsom. They all incubate oppression. They all are dehumanizing. They all seek to weaken, diffuse, and ultimately destroy the liberation movement. Prisons in the United States were constituted not because they wanted to keep the classes peaceful, not because they wanted the poor simply not to attack the rich. Prisons were constructed in order to use state balance to weaken the revolutionary movement, to weaken revolutionary figures around the world. I don't have to give you a litany of lists of revolutionaries that died in prison. In fact, Fred Hampton, who is the ideological leader of the New African Black Panther Party, spent time in this fascist prison. Chacha Jimenez spent time in this fascist prison. So I don't have to give you that example, but it's important to illustrate other examples around the world so you can see the dialectical and materialist connections. So you don't look at it in the academic sense thinking, oh, woe me, or this is happening to me. No, the system is specifically designed to prop up not just white supremacy, but Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, to prop up the police departments, to prop up the educational systems, because it all serves to buttress the interests of the rich and powerful. So us coming together, Black Panthers standing with Vice Lords standing with Brown Berets standing with the Poor People Army. It's a wonderful example of people power. We don't have to depend on the enemy government. We don't need your grant. We don't even need to go to your court to beg you to free our brothers and sisters in this Cook County jail. We need to put people power in the streets. The oppressor only responds to pressure. The oppressor won't respond to a song. He won't respond to a letter. He'll let you walk up and down the street calling them bad names. But the moment we take militant action in the street, clog up the streets, stop traffic, stop those pigs from going to work because we got thousands of people in the street, then they want to talk. Then they want to listen because they sense the power of the people. But if we go begging, if we go petitioning, if we go asking, they'll look at us and say, how can we separate these people? How can we buy some off? How can we weaken this? How can we diffuse the strength of it? So it's important, brothers and sisters, to look at each one of you as a revolutionary, as a freedom fighter, as a son of Fred Hampton, as a daughter of Assata Shakur, as a grandchild of Malcolm X, as a grandchild of Don Pedro Albizu Campos. We look at these revolutionary figures not because they entertained us. Well, I was a little bit entertained in prison when I became conscious, and I read some revolutionary autobiographical books. You know, I like when H. Brown say that everything black is evil, everything white is innocent and pure. I love reading stuff like that back then. I love reading about Egypt and how Egypt at one time was a powerhouse. I love reading about how China had a 5,000-year history, but I didn't get stuck there. I didn't become a cultural nationalist. I became a communist. I became a Black Panther. And we built up this revolutionary movement from the prison cell. I didn't go to Harvard. I didn't go to Yale. I didn't spend time with Cornell West, and I certainly didn't do an interview with Michael Eric Dyson. I met these comrades in the prison cell. And from a prison cell, we have a national organization capable of leveraging political, economic, and social and cultural power against the oppressor. And guess what that power is? It's the Rainbow Coalition. It's not the Black Panther Party by itself. All power to the people. 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 I remember one time, and I'm going to stop here, brothers and sisters, where they said, everybody can't do the same thing, but everybody can do something. Pass out a pamphlet. Look amongst you. Find an articulate speaker. Look amongst you. Find an organizer. This is how we develop base areas of social, cultural, and political power. We don't need nobody to come to us and dictate what the terms of this struggle will be. You are a victim of it, especially the indigenous brothers and sisters. You were wiped out, genocide. You don't need the fork-tongued white man to come to you telling you, let's establish a new treaty. Right?
Right.
We don't need no one coming to us saying, you have been black and victimized and enslaved in the United States. Here's the remedy to get you out of there. All we need is Karl Marx. All we need is Mao Zedong. All we need is Huey P. Newton, Assata Shakur, Che Guevara. We need fighters. We need revolutionaries that put their lives on the line, like Fred Hampton said. And repeat after me, brothers and sisters. I am a revolutionary. I am a revolutionary. And the revolution will certainly be victorious. All power to the people. All power to the people.